Hey listeners, I'm liking this. I'm on a roll today, baby. I already did my story time video, so now this is gonna be an unpopular opinions video number 2. I had done some in the past, but I haven't named them. They were just kind of random. I was just testing the waters. Now I feel like I really want to say what the fuck I feel, and so let's get it. Let's go. Disclaimer: ain't nobody asked me for all this. I just wanted to randomly put out how I feel and what I wanted to say and whatnot. Didn't nobody need to ask me about it. Not didn't. Nope. Don't nobody need to ask me about it. So let's just start with it and let's get it. Let's go. My first one is that stretch marks are beautiful. They're okay. They're okay. They're beautiful. They're whatnot. I can see like people having a problem with the stretch marks that are like long, zigzaggedy, or darker than usual. But even then, it's kind of like clothes will match that. Like clothes will either match that or they will hide it. Like, you know, if you wear the right clothing, wear the right pants, wear the right shirt and whatnot. Even if you want to show your midriff and whatnot, and you have stretch marks. I'm not gonna show mine now because that y'all seen too much and whatnot. Y'all that's flashing y'all at this point. But when I was younger, I had a problem with stretch marks, but I didn't have a problem with just stretch marks. I had a problem with myself. I didn't see myself as beautiful. So I was like, you know, it's not the stretch marks, it's me. I don't like me right now. So now I don't mind. Bitch, I know I'm beautiful. I don't even give a fuck if other people don't see it as beautiful or whatnot. Like, you know, bitch, as long as I'm okay with myself and I'm taking care of myself, I am good. Like, you know, back then I had an issue with it. But I say it for now, like, and for a long time, forever practically, stretch marks is not an issue. Even if you have money to remove your stretch marks, you're gonna do what you want with your stretch marks, but save your money. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, if you become pregnant and you're trying to remove your stretch marks, why? Like, what if you plan to get pregnant again? Your body's gonna naturally have those stretch marks to stretch to have that baby. Or if you're getting a bigger behind, you're gonna have stretch marks, you know, because your butt didn't used to be big. It was small. Now it's stretching to grow. Like, it's natural. Your body does that. It's natural. Don't have an issue with it. It's fine. Okay, it's okay. Like, Jesus. My second one is that y'all are making me tired with these edges sometime. Okay, your edges should not be flaking from the type of, you know, edge control that you use and whatnot. You know, one person during my like school and whatnot, they would slick their edges and they were really good swoop. Issue was it dried on them. The type of gel they used, it dried on them, and so if you poked it, it could flake down like it was dandruff and whatnot. And I know it wasn't dandruff and stuff like that. Like, you already know I knew it wasn't dandruff, but still, it's kind of like in the way it was trying to flare up. Now, 8 hours of school, it's understandable. It's gonna do that, I guess. Like, you know, it dries up and whatnot, so it's gonna mess up. But even seeing like in real time, like the edges that go like this, like, you know, this, like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's what be taking up some time when, you know, installing wigs and whatnot. Those already take a lot of time, having to cut the legs, having to actually, like, you know, not have it bone straight if you don't want it bone straight, or if you want it bone straight, then you still brush it and whatnot and flat iron it to make sure it's really bone straight. And then on top of all that, you want to start doing your edges with all this, and you have to make sure you're doing it right to where it don't look like a mess. Do you know how much time that's gonna take you up? Like, I can understand trying to hide the lace you cut it at, but you don't have to do all that. Like, you don't have to do so many of them. You don't. Like, y'all making me tired of seeing this shit. I'm just like, I'm seeing this so oftenly. It takes up so much of your time. You don't have to do all that. Like, you know, once you look in the mirror and you already did like a few, like only 2 of the swoops, you realize, like, damn, okay, this one is just, it's pretty like this. You don't have to do all that extra stuff. But anyways, my third one is that, you know, during school and whatnot, the school fights and they will be happening, and, you know, campus has police. I'm talking about in any of the schools, where it's elementary, kindergarten, you know, middle school, high school, all that, and like your college, even, like, you know, all that. There is campus police, right? Tell me why when a school fight would happen, there are teachers who are not willing to break up the fight, whether it's between middle schoolers, high schoolers, fucking college people, I don't even know, and whatnot. They're not willing to break up this fight, but they're also not willing to actually call the campus police, even though they have them little walkie-talkies and they can basically, like, you know, not dial, but get, like, in contact with anybody. They don't be wanting to, they be watching it with the kids. And I'm just saying, we should be side-eyeing some of them. Like, why are you just watching this with us? Why are you watching this with us? Like, you're the adult. Either you should be breaking it up or you should be calling the campus police. Why are you just standing here with us? Like, bro, come on. Like, do something. Like, why are you not doing shit? And don't be on some like, oh yeah, they're just waiting for campus police. No, ain't none of them get their walkie-talkies out. to actually call somebody and do that. There'll be some students running down the halls all the way to like the front office, or trying to run to the front office to tell somebody. It'd be the students telling someone. The teachers they be shocked as the students. I'd be like, bro, why aren't you saying a thing? And don't mind my bump right here. I'm bothered by it too. It's okay. It's okay. Fourth unpopular opinion some may have a problem with. If you're gonna tell somebody to lose some weight, or to stop eating unhealthy, or to tell them to exercise, don't just say that shit and not have anything afterwards. If you truly gave a fuck, you would be recommending shit. Like, you would be like, hey, instead of eating this, you could buy this that's the same price. Like, you know, this bag of chips, there's some bananas that are the same price, and you can get them in a cluster. Like, you know, you could be on that type of shit. Or like, you know, instead of being like, oh, just exercise, just walk outside. Like, no, bitch, no. Like, recommend some shit. Like, oh my gosh, like, be like, oh yeah, you know, this gym has a membership that's like, oh, it's cheaper and whatnot. You just go there, like, you know, whenever you want. Like, they have this membership that's for this month, this price and whatnot. If you give a shit, and if you get, like, put time out of your day to actually say, hey, lose some fucking weight and whatnot, you want to give that much energy to say that shit, but you don't want to say nothing else, but you also want to claim that you care. You don't give a fuck. You just want to complain to them. Like, you know, if you care, you would give them options, since you know every damn thing. Like, bro, my last opinion for this video is that I feel like many, like, YouTubers and whatnot, if you did something offensive and stuff like that, I feel like they shouldn't make an apology video, because they don't fucking mean it. Like, that is obvious they do not mean it. They're only doing it because people have an issue with it. They're just like, oh yeah, you should say an apology. They don't mean the apology. They could be real about their stuff. They could shoot out a video and be like, hey, I never said this shit to like be offending my whole audience. They could literally be very transparent and honest with you. Like, be for real. They don't give a fuck about offending those people that, like, you know, weren't their fans and whatnot. They only give a fuck about the ones they offended that keep coming to their video, the fans and whatnot. Not every YouTuber. Oh my gosh, I have to say that. I'm sorry. Not every YouTuber is like that, but some who have said some purposely offensive shit, and then they make that apology video, and then they're doing the most, dressing up purposely like trash, crying and whatnot. It's like, they don't mean it. They don't. So it's like, they should be issuing out a video about what they do mean. Like, oh, they didn't mean to offend their fans, but at the same time, they said this shit not caring. That's what they should be admitting to. They didn't care. When they said that shit, they did not care. They may not have been meaning to offend the actual person, but at the same time, they didn't mean for it to be a comfort. They didn't care about it. This may not be an unpopular opinion though, so I don't really know, but I just wanted to say it. Like, Anyway, that's it for the video. This was fun. I think I only did about 5, 6. I think I only did a few and whatnot. This was fun, and thank y'all for watching. If y'all did, may peace be with you for an eternity.